I hope all of my fire spells will be incredibly useful in this place made entirely of fire and lava.
But you're fire resistant.
Somehow, I don't see that helping me too much.
When you take 70 fire damage, you only take 35 fire damage.
And I don't have dexterity rolls to dodge them for shit. Really, I'm good for having 12 AC, and then I can make con saves pretty okay.
You have shields, so really, you have 17 AC.
Which, surprisingly enough, is not very high.
That's okay. I'm sure you'll be fine. What could go wrong?
Everything. Everything could go wrong. We're in fucking hell. What are you talking about?
Everything can't go wrong if everything has already gone wrong.
You know what? Hold on. He has a point.
Okay. In the last session, you arrived in Menoris, the third layer of hell. You quickly encountered a strange tree entity named the Shethestra, who was going to eat you, but thanks to persuasion from Gerald, decided to help you instead. You found Mammon's Gate, and descended down into Deepmire, almost dying in the process, picking up some cool loot on the way, and ultimately arriving at the fourth layer in the end. During a long rest, you identified a strange wild magic bracelet, which, as far as you know, probably only casts Levitate. And you also have a +1 dagger of returning. Now, well rested and ready to go, you stand amidst the hot passage of volcanic rock with a red glow toward the end of the hall.
So,
Jadir is toying with his dagger of returning, just tossing it like a boomerang at this point.
oh my lord. So, from the cliffside that we see, what do we see? Is there a way down?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are in the middle of this long passage. There's not giant lakes of lava around you. There's some pools amidst the volcanic rock, but you're really at the bottom, the very bottom of Deepmire, in between the two layers, as far as you are aware.
How hospitable is the surroundings?
I mean,
is Gerald gonna have problems, subsisting here?
Probably a chill 45 degrees not Fahrenheit, Celsius right now.
Thank you for using normal measurements.
You're welcome.
Give it to us in Kelvin, please.
Just add 273.15, so plus 45, so you have 300 and
Thank you,
Kelvin.
Oh, it's hot in here now. I understand perfectly. Well, fair enough. I suppose we'll start descending. I mean, we've come this way. Might as well start traversing the terrain.
You guys are kind of walking down this corridor filled with lava rock, and eventually at the edge of the long corridor lies this sturdy gateway of stone, opening onto what you can only assume is Phlegethos, fourth layer. The two of you stand at the top of a downward sloping archway about 10 feet across. The sky flashes with lightning and the sound of thunder rolls through the jagged land before you. Littered with spiked pillars and rough mountainous terrain, giant channels of magma carve out plates of land. Many mountains break through the collective ranges, but one looms above them all, and at the center of this place is a peak that dwarfs all the rest.
Well, just when I thought the other places were homely, hell manages to impress me. Look how homely it is. Friendly, super friendly, welcoming spikes.
That thing is called Mount Calamity, right?
Wait, what did he say?
Just pointing out that the peak is called Mount Calamity.
Oh yes, wonderful name, very friendly. He's being sarcastic.
Right.
So, should we go see if we find any more locals?
Well, we have a giant landmark, and Abriymoch is supposed to be on the brim of that volcano, so I don't think that it will be wise for us to seek out locals. We might as well try to find the city on our own.
Granted. All right. Lead on. You seem to be more...
Just a random thought. So far, things have been rather difficult for us in terms of keeping our story straight. We've had to reveal our objectives here a little bit, and I somehow doubt very much that Sid Vosne would be happy to hear why I'm here. Let's try to keep that off the table.
Yeah, sure. Not really going to reveal why you're here. Most of the devils around here just think, oh, he's for the loved one, nothing else, and that you are my assistant on this endeavor. So, honestly, I think if anything, they have the least idea of what you're doing.
Lovely, yes. A mere follower, a hireling, in hell.
As one does.
Do you want me to run it in a different way? Do you want...
I don't have an alternative, and well, if that's what you've been running with before...
Well, I've not really said much.
Then.
I've just said that you're helping me, pretty much. You know...
I am helping.
If you want, we can twist it in a different way. Like, well, there's one way, but I don't think you'll enjoy that one.
What?
Well, we could just spin it that you're my servant. And he has a very...
this way.
He has a very smug smile as he walks past him. Oh.
You guys are just saying this as you're kind of like climbing down these, or walking down this like giant archway of stone, and making your way down onto kind of this basin amidst the lava and spikes and rocks.
Well, it's good we have Tiny Hut. We need to lean on that a little bit more.
Oh, you mean our home?
Yes, home.
You're already,
You know, I've taken...
you're already missing that nice air-conditioned tiny hut.
You know, I've taken to decorate it a bit. Just while we had time, honestly.
What does the decorations look like? What have you done to make it decorated?
You don't want
Just
to know.
couple. Let's just say it's very homely.
Do we have curtains?
Oh, God forbid, no. Why would we ever have something like that? That is a monstrosity. Jadea, I expected better from you. No curtains. No curtains. I did take the liberty of adding paintings, though.
Where the heck did you get paintings?
Don't question it. Tiny Hut works in an interesting way.
I see.
But on the side of that, lovely view, right? Kind of looks behind the hellish environment.
I'm sort of imagining peering off into the distance. Nothing sort of breaks the uniform sight in front of us.
Not
It's
a
just kind
whole
of
lot of uniformity. It's very jagged and uneven, but yes, as the uniformity of jagged and unevenness and rocks and lava, that would be indeed correct.
Very homogeneous.
There is probably one or two unusual instances where you have to like jump across like a small stream or a pool of lava, and it almost seems to move as if to reach up and try and grab you before kind of like simmering back away into a pool, as if some of the lava in this layer is alive and wanting to grab you.
Oh, good.
But then you just question yourself as if, did I really? No, that's ridiculous. Lava's not alive. Just an interesting physics interaction.
Right. Judea will keep his distance from lava.
Not an easy task, but you manage to keep as much distance as you can between yourself and the lava.
Is there a non-boiling rock that I can pick up?
I mean, yeah, when you go to reach down and pick up a rock, you kind of have to like play hot potato with it, but you can hold it.
I'm like, ha, 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 ooh, and I throw it in the lava. I tried to see, like, does it try to catch the rock?
No, it behaves just like a regular, ordinary liquid as you chuck this steaming rock into like a nearby stream.
Is it just me, or is the lava reaching only for us? Or are we both going insane?
Speaking of going insane, one moment. And Judea will produce the silver pendant that he found in the wastes of Cassia.
Okay. This is the compass? Or the pen? Wait.
Yeah, this is the compass,
Yes.
yeah. And just kind of peer at it.
As you open it, it starts going one way, and then spins around in a circle a couple times before pointing off to the side, and then spinning around and pointing in a new direction.
Perfect. Wonderful. I'm sure there's nothing to be afraid of.
You hear a voice
right.
behind you. Hi! It's just Flavanguinus.
Judea, not to be a foul sport here, well, let's be fair, there's not really any better timing for this, but you seem to be staring at that thing for an awfully long time now.
Right. Just checking, you know.
Want to go in a bit more further details, or?
Well, there's this nagging sensation that if an extremely powerful entity takes notice of you and likely wants to devour you, even if you remove their object of interest in you, they might have personal grudges, and I'm merely thinking that perhaps, maybe, potentially, they still hate me and want to devour me.
Well, I think it would hate more the person that currently has the object of their desire.
Right. Good.
And also, to be fair, it was kind of a ticking time bomb. Not going to lie.
Not quite sure if I want to follow the analogy of handing a ticking time bomb to one of the Dukes of Hell.
Hey, well, she wanted it. Not our fault that she took it. A deal was made. If anyone is to blame, it's her own.
Somehow I doubt it's gonna blow up in her face.
Oh, definitely. Rather, whatever that thing that is you're talking about, the Plewinguini, we'll just call him that. He can't hear us, by the way.
Penguininus from Nigeria.
Penguininus the linguini.
But yes, the Penguini, we'll call him Plinguini. Yes, but anyways...
Regret.
You set yourself up for this.
You should have just named him Pen.
But yes, he can't hear us, by the way, right? He's not like all-knowing, all-hearing.
I highly doubt it, but
Okay, then we're calling him Plinguini.
how would I know?
We'll call him Plinguini. If he gets offended, he just gets offended. So anyways, Plinguini, this thing, whatever it is, we haven't really gone into much detail about this. What is it even? Like,
I don't know. Some aberration, some unknown alien entity. Look, it doesn't really matter. As far as it was obsessed with an object that was in our possession, we no longer have it, everything is well.
That is true. I really want to see if I can actually, find out if it ever blows in her face. It would be kind of funny, not gonna
There
lie.
is the minor complication that it may not know that we no longer are in possession of it.
Then how would it know that you had it?
Well, it spoke to me.
Yes, but it must have known that you've had it when it spoke to you. It didn't go, hey, do you have this one artifact inside
Look,
your body?
The circumstances that we spoke in during the, let's charitably call it the extraction process, they were rather strange.
Well, yeah, no shit. You tried to fireball yourself and, their little friend. So.
Did I do that twice? Thought it was just once.
No, it was just once. Remember, he tried to take it out of you twice.
I try not to think about those memories.
Oh, yes, it was extremely bloody. Blood was everywhere. Not even funny. You even managed to get some on the ceiling. Do you know how much of a pain it was to clean that?
Kadir just stares off into the distance, not paying any attention, just walking straight
Like
on.
memories of liver flowing past your face.
Also, I remember he took some sort of a bone out of you. He said it wasn't important. Don't know if you might want to get that checked or not.
Oh yeah.
It just stops and just completely stares at you. What?
Oh, yes, he told me not to tell you, I think. Honestly, I was going to tell you, but I completely forgot about it with the whole
Look, if
werewolf.
we ever get out of here, which I doubt we will, but if, that's going on a to-do list.
In
Oh,
fact,
yes, we're
Jadir, now that he says this kind of sickening feeling kind of fills you as this kind of wrong sensation you've had inside of you but couldn't quite place suddenly begins to all come together. And as you look down, you realize one of your ribs has been sawed such that one of your lower ribs is only like halfway there. So like your lower rib has like a missing part of it. It's not all gone, just like halfway gone.
Oh.
He kind of like puts it out. Maybe I shouldn't have told you.
Jadir is like kind of taking off his shirt, just kind of staring at his midriff, like, oh my. Oh.
Don't worry, clerics do wonders, from what I've heard. I never really needed one, but, well, there was
You can
this one
find
in
lots of them here.
If we're lucky, we might bump into one on a holy mission. You
Let's
never
go
know.
back.
Well
right?
met! I am Xanador, the Paladin. Are you in
Look,
need of some justice first aid, my friend?
Look, a paladin on a crusade.
Suddenly gets devoured by lava. Oh no!
Well,
That was
forgetting
disappointing. You almost had the ability to get your rib fixed, but unfortunately Xanador the Paladin just got devoured by lava.
well, at least he didn't scream.
Ah!
No, never mind. There it is. You could put a bit more spirit into the screaming.
My leg!
just have like this massive bubble burst,
Just
erupting
like
with his final
blood
words.
flies everywhere.
It's like someone getting stabbed and they go, ow. Like the most non-reactive response, just, ow. That hurt. You
At this point,
stabbed
like, Jadir is done, like, hyperventilating and freaking out about it, and he just kind of accepted his fate, staring off into the distance, trying to think of 5 different things at once to prevent new thoughts.
You know what? All right. Well, see, it's maybe not that bad. Look, we can fix this. It's
Tell you what, it's been a while since you've played. Can you play something?
I have a better solution. I cast calm emotion on him.
This really, really good feeling washes all over you, Jadir. And you feel calm. You feel good. Boy, you've missed this, and you can't wait to take another hit of that sweet emotions.
I think we should all move like lava. So slow.
I don't know, what have I done? I should have played the music, actually. How you feeling, buddy? Everything okay? Not thinking about your rib?
I'm like lava. If anything, it allows me to undulate more.
Well, it definitely means you're more flexible, perhaps?
My hips don't lie.
All right, buddy. Maybe I should
But the
try
rest
using
of you
this on a...
definitely does.
Point taken.
So, come on, Engineer, let's go this way. Try not to touch any lava.
This only lasts for a minute, though, right?
I think it actually lasts for an hour.
Yeah, there's like a...
Oh no, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So,
So
it's
a
just-
minute passes of you free and exploring the cosmos of your mind in tranquility before suddenly it all comes rushing back to you. Your rib.
Oh God. I just realized something.
Don't think about it. Don't.
I've
not-
been carrying around a tent this entire time. Why have I done that?
Panic
That is a good
sets in.
Don't panic, please. I only have so many calm emotions.
I've been out of it. What? Why do I have a tent?
The lava looks hungry.
Maybe it is an offering for the lava.
A very confused Shadir kind of just takes out the tent and just hucks it a little bit underhandedly into the lava.
It very
Kinda
slowly
like
begins to sink in like it's like jello before suddenly exploding into flame, burning and fire on top of the lava as it slowly sinks into the fluid.
I was joking about it, but it seems like it accepted your offering.
Now that I think about it, I could have just put it in the bag of holding.
You could have. I was joking. I did not expect you to actually do that.
I'm in a very vulnerable state of mind. Why would you do that?
We have Tiny Hut. We're fine. Plus, let's be fair. It'd be more dangerous to camp here in a tent than Tiny Hut. Would you
Point
want to-
taken.
Also, now your baggage is lighter. And you have more space available in your bag of holding.
God. But yeah, I mean, tossed aside. I mean, load
You guys-
line.
You guys have been moving over these rocks for a long time, going towards this giant mountain. There's lightning and firestorms in the sky, and these large columns of stone all around you. Eventually, you arrive near the base of Mount Calamity. You can see small suburbs at the base getting more and more urban as the volcano rises. Large buildings can be seen about a natural flatter area closer to the top, encircling the volcano. A very large stream of magma moves across before you, perhaps like 100 feet wide. It divides entire sections of Phlegethos. A hellishly crafted stone bridge spans the great river with stone gargoyles mounting the posts along the side, leading to the base of the mountain. You see, as you're getting closer to this, an individual so heavily armored that you can't see an inch of his skin, save for two long horns protruding out of the helm. He stands about 8 feet tall in front of the bridge.
He looks friendly.
Hey, do you think the gargoyles are alive? Or as a precaution for us, possibly?
Most likely sentinels or watchers.
I would hate to be halfway across and then get carried off and dropped off into the wide stream of lava.
What we could do, if you want, we could have a long rest and get ready for this lovely encounter the next day. Well, night.
I thought that we did actually long rest already.
You guys.
Oh, we did.
At full everything.
Oh,
What
wow.
am I worried about? I have a bracelet of levitation.
That would have been good to know. I did not know that. All right. There, fix my spells. There. So, do you think they're willing to talk?
Only one way to find out. Jadir will waltz on up.
You waltz towards this very tall, armored figure who immediately says something to you. Do you speak Infernal?
I do.
He says to you in Infernal, "Halt!"
Jadir stays.
Who are you?
I'm Jadir Kazrin. And who are you?
Is Gerald in view?
Oh yeah, he's like hanging in the back, waving.
What brings you to Abriymoch?
Oh, it's not often immortals get to see the sights and sounds.
Very true. Are you here simply to tour?
I hardly ever make plans.
He
To
nods
be
his
honest
head.
with you, I don't know why I'm here. It seems like the best place to be. Why are you here?
I am to mark the comings and goings of all entities from Abriymoch and report them to the library.
Well, I've announced myself.
Jadir Kazrain, and you are, he says.
Oh, hello, Gerald.
Very well.
Probably better known as the floating butterfly.
Oh my God, is that nickname?
Gerald the Floating Butterfly and Jadir Kazrain. You may enter.
Lovely, thank you.
Wait, you speak common?
No, he's saying this in Infernal, but he seemed to understand what you said to him in common.
Oh, alright. How did I understand him then?
You didn't.
Jadir is doing translations.
Okay, lucky.
Very
Yeah,
quick.
to you, he's saying like, Homgaskna Noskira.
And I just did a lucky guess.
He's like, sounds friendly.
Yeah, to be fair, that's Gerald, isn't it? Sounds friendly enough. Sup? How you doing? You come here often?
He stands aside as if to let you pass.
You know, he's not going to close the door on us and try to kill us like the last one, right?
I would hope not.
You know,
Let's
if
take a
they
chance.
if they do that, I would have to say this place is becoming quite predictable if that happens twice.
He says in common to you, Gerald, "It is not my place to cut down those who try to enter. Only demons are barred from the city.
Hey, you speak.
I am here simply to record the passage of entities through the city."
You would think that would give you something a lot more comfortable to wear while, recording.
I must be on guard for demons.
I thought they were, I thought majority of them was dead.
There has not been a demon in Abriymoch in 250 years, and I intend to keep it that way.
Fair enough, fair enough. Have you seen any?
Not in 250 years.
When was your last holiday?
He kind of tilts his head to the side, confusedly.
Well, I'm just saying at this
Period
point.
of time when you're not on duty, when you're allowed to do leisurely activities.
Yes.
I have
well, I
not
would
left
say-
my post in 250 years.
You must get horribly bored.
I am honored to accept this duty.
Oh, yes, but you can be on it. But, at the same time, maybe a game of cards, a chess game, something to kill time while you're watching over this honorable duty,
I feel no need for such trivialities. Keeping watch is all that matters.
Have you heard of this? There's this fictional character that I know from the Mortal Realm that people created called Bat Knight. I think you are very similar to him.
What are
And
you
yes.
getting at, mortal? He says, leaning closer.
Oh, then you're very dedicated to your job. This Bat Knight guy would always capture criminals and such things, and he would do it in any way needed.
He kind of stands back up. Amirsar,
Wait, what did you say?
I'm Batman.
Look,
Jadir's moderately concerned about Gerald possibly antagonizing this
He
guy.
doesn't actually say that, by the way. I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that.
you got the reference. Oh no, he is not antagonizing him at all. He's actually giving him a lot.
Maybe Gerald thinks that way.
Oh yeah, he definitely thinks that way. But anyways,
You're like Gerald's like the guy who asks the customer service people how their lives are going. Genuinely
Yeah.
means it.
Yeah, that is literally Gerald.
Spends an extra 20 minutes chatting about their day.
Muhammad from the Amazon support line, how his love life is going.
Good
No,
question. I
it
should ask-
occurs to me, we're standing on a bridge. Gerald has a fascination with bridges and walls.
Do you actually say that?
No, I would be concerned about you going off on a rant about architecture and Barabaisa and how the guards
Who built this bridge? Do you know?
No.
Fascinating architecture. Do you have anyone here
Do you
that
have
could
a
paint me a
pamphlet?
picture?
Do you have a pamphlet?
Is there an information kiosk around it?
Oh my
You do
lord.
guided tours.
You know what? If I find a devil willing to give us a guided tour for just a couple of gold coin, I will pay for that.
With your soul.
Now with gold.
But Jadir is trying to sidle along to kind of gesture to Gerald, like, don't piss the guy off. Let's keep on our way.
All right. Well, anyways, you have a lovely day, Mr.
Ersar.
Ersor. Have a lovely day or night. Really hard to know with these, everything.
So you would know that rather than a day is not a cycle of the sun, but rather 24 hours. Time still exists here. Days are just measured in hours, rather than I mean they're measured in hours in the overworld, but there's just an absence of day and night cycles.
Yeah, which makes it really hard for someone like Gerald that's used to that to say like day, night.
It's you've actually your circadian rhythm has just gotten pretty fucked since you've come down here. You've lost all sense of time. It just it feels like it's been a day. Have you been up for 10 hours? Have you been up for 20 hours?
I think it's also meaningless to try to do that when we enter into the womb of trees, and who knows how much time passes.
Yeah.
Who gives a damn at this point?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely grabbing sending next level.
Just to talk to the tree?
Yeah, literally. I'm keeping
Sending
my fucking
doesn't
promise.
work across planes though, does it?
Actually, it does. It just has a
shit.
5% chance of failing. It has a 5% chance of failing.
Well, that'll be interesting.
It is a fun spell.
Hello, Chithestra. This is Gerald. Where do I go next?
What are you doing on Tuesday?
I could do a whole ritual on a tree just so we can have a talk.
Unfaithful to this lovely young lady of yours. All for the sake of a tree.
Succubus when you can have a tree.
Oh no, we're just friends. I'm still going for the succubus. It's just, I like how you guys
analogy here about.
I like how David is thinking of banging trees.
I mean, what else do you do with a tree, right? Do you guys not do this?
I think David took a tree hugging a bit too far.
Possibly.
Anyway, so you guys are crossing the bridge?
Yes,
Yeah.
we are. We are entering the city.
Suddenly, Ersar turns around and stabs you. I'm just kidding.
I knew it!
You guys cross this bridge. The gargoyles don't come to life and attack you, but you cross this 100-foot river of magma, arriving at the base of Mount Calamity. You can see that as you guys walk up the volcano, many small villages on the far outskirts have been reduced to rubble. But as you hike up the slopes of the volcano, and motes of ash are drifting through the air, this soon changes. You come across the charred rocky path and transitions into one of dark red cobblestone. As you arrive at a false summit, the expansive city of Abriymoch rests before you. Without walls or barriers to entry, only thousands of buildings rest sprawling across the side of the volcano. The edge of the city is filled with small stone structures and trading posts. Devils and even some tieflings wander from place to place, buying and selling goods.
Alright, a bit late, but do you have a plan?
So you need to, he kind of leans in and whispers, you need to find your person and find information about them. Meanwhile, I will have to look around for this little torture pit that apparently they're keeping her in.
What do you plan to do? Excuse me, have you seen Master Zagor? He's a pit fiend.
Ironically, that might actually work.
And then what?
I don't know. Talk to him?
You have something of mine. Yes, please give it back.
Dominated monster, please give it back. No, I would get screwed over if I did that. No. Well, what about this? We tried to find a place to... Well, we have a tiny hut. We can stay wherever we want. What about this? We tried to gather just general rumors around the area, make quote-unquote friends, and see how things go. And then reconvene in about a couple of hours.
Reconvene? You want to split up?
Well, do you want to go together and gather rumors?
Yes, please.
All right. So, what is the closest thing to a bar here? Or a tavern?
I don't quite know, but at the very least, there's at least one theater in the entire city.
Do you want to go to the theater?
No, not at all.
So, he kind of looks at like a passing. You said there's tieflings, right?
Yeah, it seems you guys are in front of like this sprawling marketplace or a bazaar. There are tieflings, there's devils, all sorts of people moving from place to place, making purchases and talking amongst each other. In fact, it's far more lively than any other place you've ever seen in Hell, and it strikes you as being different than, this isn't constant screaming and dying everywhere. This is an actual city with lots of things going on.
I think Jadir is completely weirded out.
Gerald just accepts it. Fuck it, why not?
Well, all right. Well, oddly at home.
When in Rome, excuse me, sir. Kind of like calls to one of the tieflings.
A tiefling with kind of black scarring on his skin turns around. Hello.
Hello there. Just a very quick question. Do you know any taverns or somewhere where I can get a drink?
Well, are you new here?
Oh yes, we've traveled quite a bit.
If you're looking for a place to get a drink and rest for the night, I would highly recommend the Crucible.
Sorry, that is a bit on the nose, isn't it? Well, I cannot fault you guys for having humor here. That's a lot better than other places.
That's where most of the travelers stay, the traders. You'll find
that's interesting.
there.
That's interesting.
Traders for what?
Sorry, what'd you say?
Traders for what?
All sorts of things. Goods, services. Anything you want can be bought here in Abriymoch. I don't think there's anything this city doesn't offer.
Well, I've heard strange things about soul coins, but what are they exactly?
Money. I mean, it's the monetary form of a soul.
Once
do you
again,
think it was?
a bit on the nose. What to expect?
What's it gold? It's a piece of gold.
Yeah.
Well, how much
like this.
can a single soul buy then?
One soul coin? Well, it's been a long time since I've been in possession of one, but from what I know, you could probably buy a small house.
No. Seems a lot more valuable than gold, if you tell me that.
Oh, absolutely. Gold doesn't get you very much down here.
Ah, that's fine. We didn't have much of it either way.
You and me both.
So, what do you guys do for entertainment here?
Entertainment? Well, there's
No.
all sorts of entertainment, depending on your tastes. About, plenty of shows, theaters. There's Coliseum. There's,
A coliseum, you say?
yeah.
When is the next fight, out of curiosity?
Oh, People don't fight in it very often. It's mostly for high-ranking devils to make shows of their rivalries. There is perhaps a fight every 5 or 10 years. They're citywide events.
It's a shame.
That is interesting. I've always enjoyed watching those. A bit of a morbid curiosity. But, oh well.
You guys are kind of in the middle of this conversation when, suddenly you each feel like an arm around your shoulders from behind as a crimson tiefling kind of leans in between the two of you. Hello, fellow travelers. I couldn't help but notice you stride into the city with such confidence. You are clearly very intelligent, and you... He tilts his head over to look directly at you, Jadir. You are very well dressed. Obviously, a man of good taste. However, I must inform you, both of you are incredibly out of fashion. That contemporary overworld look just does not carry the same flair that it used to. The tiefling that you were talking to just kind of starts whistling and walks off in a different direction.
Well,
Normally I do this bit. I'm kind of lost here.
Oh, well, perhaps I could interest you in the latest and finest fashion in Abriymoch, guaranteed to impress even the highborn elites.
Let's pretend I'm dirt poor, without resource.
Oh, it's no worries. I'm sure we can set up some sort of trade. Here, come.
I'm just kind of looking at this going like, oh, well, this is going to end poorly.
Kadir just shrugs. Why not? This is at least a way to get into trouble, to learn more about what's going on.
He kind of walks with the two of you, in his arms, and he leads you into this kind of covered wagon. And as you step inside, you can see that the interior of the wagon is, disproportionately larger than it should be. It's a little bit disorienting, but you can see the kind of all of these different articles of clothing all over the place, extravagant, strange, and exotic dress wear. Piques your curiosity, Jadir, as you are certainly a man of fashion.
Internally, Jadir thinks, how feasible would it be to steal the wagon?
Welcome to hell.
So how did you end up here, out of curiosity?
Oh, me? I just travel from place to place, city to city, observing the cultures and making deals with folks like yourself. I'm a man of the people.
Well, granted, so am I. So, out of curiosity, when you say place to place, are we talking realms, or are we talking...
Well, I travel to
a bit more local.
Travel to this, down to Stegia, as one does.
Yes.
In the absence of money, how do you make your trades?
Well, there is always your immortal soul, though. I feel like that'd be a little bit expensive. What do you have? I'm sure we can work something out. You look like a very traveled sort.
What are you interested in?
Gold, items, things of value. Doesn't necessarily need to be a direct monetary thing. We can barter, trade. Here, why don't you try this on? And he goes over and he grabs this very tight, thin black robe with popped collars and red floral embroidering on the sleeves. And he's like, here,
Jadir can't help it.
You would look marvelous.
You bargain in information.
What would you like to know? Sorry,
No,
he doesn't
I'm
say
offering payment.
that. Interesting. Perhaps.
The name and description of a powerful, otherworldly entity.
What am I supposed to do with that?
Names carry power.
Oh, I was thinking, I don't know, maybe perhaps if you knew the deepest desires of certain nobility. Secrets I can use. I have no interest in confronting powerful, strange, otherworldly entities. That
Kinda as you
sounds, rather unpleasant.
As he says,
Wow.
like noble and secrets,
And you
Gerald
want
kind of chuckles.
clothes for that? I mean, I'm always all ears. I love a good story, but... You know.
Fair enough. We'll be back when we know more about delicious secrets to give you.
Since you are the man of the people, can I ask you something, a person to person?
Certainly.
How does one acquire soul coins?
Well, it's a convenient means of storage for a soul that you've taken from the immortal world through contracts and such. But you can buy them with materials as well.
How much would one soul coin be of worth?
It's not an exact ratio in terms of overworld money, but I don't know. It varies from person to person depending on how they value their individual soul coin. They have different weights to them, you see. It's like the density of the soul, the power of the soul. Not all souls are equal, right? Which makes each currency unique.
Interesting. So, let's say I, from where I come, am a performer. A quite well-known one.
Oh,
So,
Wonderful nobility, a favorite among the highborn as well.
oh, how
My-
wonderful!
my curiosity on this is here. If your performance is, well, of a certain standard and you manage to entertain everyone around you, let's say in this, well, on this floor of hell, how loose are the hands of people with coinage?
Oh, you mean throwing them at you? Oh, certainly not. You're never going to get something like that
Ah.
down here.
So not like in the mortal realm. That is very good to know.
Mortals are so silly with their money and with their souls. Oh, trading them for the silliest things. You'd be
Oh, yeah.
surprised how you could get a mortal soul from something. Even succubi. You know, the people will sell their souls for sex. It's ridiculous.
He kind of smiles as if, well, people have the strangest desires, do they not?
Don't they? Ah, humans.
But from what
No,
I've learned,
what a strange proposition.
everybody has somewhat of a desire.
For sex?
No, not just sex. I mean, they always desire something.
Oh, who doesn't desire something? I always say, the day you don't want anything is the day you die. Life is no longer meaningful because you're no longer on a quest to acquire something, to empower yourself, to have an experience. If you don't want anything, well, what's the point of living at all?
Well, speaking of living, we've heard that the highborn here do an awful lot of it. Something of a rumor of a wedding as well.
Oh, of course. You seriously you don't know the details? What?
No, of course not. We're new.
General Zagur and Lady Sidvosne are set to be wed in 3 days' time. It will be a monumental event in Abriymoch's history.
Is this an open affair?
Oh, of course not. Only the most wealthy and powerful of the noble devils will be invited. People like you and I will never get into such an event.
There is a smile on Tyrrell's face.
He just like in
Yeah.
his head. I object.
No, not that. Every good wedding has to have a very good musician. If I can out...
You think you could outperform the greatest performers who have had thousands of years to hone their craft? Oh, silly boy.
Oh, yes, very.
His arrogance is charming, is it not?
Indeed.
He's like, well, you gotta have confidence in your own skill if you're going to get anywhere.
I admire your confidence. Good luck with that.
Well, you never know until you try.
By all means. Though, I'm not exactly sure how you would try and arrange that.
We'll see. Perhaps I'll lose interest. After all, it has nothing to do with me.
Seems, fair enough.
However, of course, if it ends up being worth my while, well,
If you can become... If they... You would be a legend throughout time and history. Though, you would certainly not be the first bard to try his luck here in the Hells and to get absolutely obliterated.
oh well, what can you say?
You know what they do with musicians who attempt to overthrow the high-ranking musicians here in the Nine Hells.
Kill them, torture them, obliterate their souls.
Oh, to challenge the greatest of all musicians is to play to the death.
I've never tried that. That would be interesting.
If you
Are you sure you're up to this?
if you could outplay
no, this
the
is
greatest
curiosity.
musician in the Nine Hells,
This is
you
more
would
curiosity
take their
than
place
anything.
and their power with it.
This is more curiosity than anything. And granted, I don't really want their power because, well, gonna go. Well, between you and me, last time I checked, having those kind of powers can kind of get you trapped in the hells for a while. And I don't like being stuck. Oh, go on.
I mean, you're free to go, though. That would be in very poor taste. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Between you and me, don't do it. It's literal suicide. You cannot
well-
comprehend the skill of these musicians.
I can always daydream. Plus, perhaps I should maybe try one day hearing them themselves before I decide to do anything.
That would be very wise.
It's more of daydreaming on the fact of, well, pretty much beat most musicians in the mortal realm.
Mortal
So-
musicians are trivial.
Of course. See, here's the thing. On the other floors, there's not very much of it, so I really haven't heard what the standard here is.
Well, if you are able to get a performance from the finest musicians in the Hells, then you're in for a treat.
Well, it's somewhat difficult for us to know what we can and can't accomplish here. Like we said, we're very new in town, and while we're trying to make connections, trying to understand the city, seems very fascinating.
Well, if you're looking for connections, my name is Telemachus, and you are always welcome in my shop.
Alemachus, I've judged you harshly. I'm
you,
Judir
sir?
Kazrain.
Jadir Kazrain, I judge you wonderfully.
It's been a pleasure. I will be back with payment for wonderful clothes.
Until our next encounter, friend.
Have a wonderful day or night. I still haven't figured this whole day thing out here. And you are a very charming fella.
Oh, I know.
kind of like walks out with Jadir. And after we get like a certain distance where like he is still in his thing and he's like that, well, that gathered us quite a bit of information.
I feel like I should be in contact with lawyers about copyright infringement.
Oh?
On your character.
Oh my god, then it's a
Is this
doppler.
not how other people see me? God, he's slimy.
Oh yes. But you're less slimy, so...
Jadir is just like absolutely hurt, looking at you, completely devastated.
What, would you rather I lied?
Yes, please. Spare my feelings.
You know, you're asking that question in hell. But anyways, yes, you are very, very not slimy.
Roll deception.
I'm fairly good at it.
All right, you don't
20.
you don't actually need to roll deception. What are you guys doing?
I rolled 20. Does he believe me?
I have no reason to doubt you one bit.
Okay, all jokes aside, he was saying that as a joke.
If there is a wedding in 3 days' time, I'm sure there's quite a lot of hub. Somebody must be doing something in preparations with it. I kind of want to start hunting that down.
What are you doing? Let's finish what you want to do first.
I am spinning gears in my head about what I want to do, but I kind of want to snoop around before committing to grand schemes again. But I have several ideas already.
It's not really
Shall
scheming.
you snoop?
Like I said, around the bazaar, around common laborers, people who would be working on some kind of affiliate affair. I mean, I understand that there are likely places in the palaces that we can't gain access to at the moment.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that would likely be, yeah.
You're definitely in the lower. The bazaar is certainly in terms of places in the city appears to be lower in terms of fanciness and wealth.
Okay, so there's a few things I wanna find out. The first is any kind of details that I can find without being too forceful about the wedding itself, and of course the people that are to be wed. Beyond the basics that I know. And the second one is I want to find out specifically how people store their soul coins, because I don't know if they're using purses or if they sit in like an. Basically, I want to find out how easy would it be for me to steal coins.
Okay. Make a general investigation check.
Can I get
Oh, and this is where I get to use my 0 intelligence.
Can I actually help him and do enhanceability on both of us?
Sure.
And also roll.
Yeah. What are you looking for? Are you just trying to
The
assist?
same thing. I'm
you-
helping him.
So I guess if you're are you proficient in investigation?
No. How I'm explaining is I'm using the enhanceability to give us an advantage, and then I'm also asking like separately the same stuff
All right.
because I have a +1 to it
Yeah, sure. You guys both make investigation checks.
with an advantage. So that's horrible on my side.
I get a 19.
All right. So, Gerald, you're kind of walking around, kind of eavesdropping and perhaps engaging in the occasional conversation. You don't hear. You don't hear that much about soul coins, though people are currently. I mean, of course, they're talking about the excitement about the weddings and the two families being married, Zagur and Sidvosne, and expressing their jealousy of all the attendees and saying how it will certainly be the greatest event, one of the greatest events in Abriymoch's history. But Jadir, you having an exceptionally keen eye, notice one trade taking place between a man in a steel mask and a hood, and another tiefling man behind a counter, who the man with the steel mask kind of passes along a gold coin with kind of this green glowing essence kind of sifting out of it like steam, which he places on the counter. The man takes the coin and puts it in a small pouch that he then tucks inside of his robe, and then he passes over a single what looks to be a tuning fork. The man in the steel mask beneath the hood then walks off towards this large, which you can now see in kind of not the middle of the bazaar, but towards the back of the bazaar and the beginning of a kind of downtown district. This large steel tower that actually kind of looks like a bit of an upside down screw kind of peeking through the city tops.
So just to get this clear, the man in the steel mask exchanged a coin for a tuning fork?
Mm-hmm.
He basically bought the fork then.
Seems to be.
Ah. Do I have any idea what that is?
Make a Arcana check.
Well, he would have an advantage because of the enhanced ability.
That's true. That's intelligence.
I have a 15.
15. Yeah, sure. Based on its general shape and the pure extravagance of its build, you would guess that this is likely a component for a plane shift spell, as in order to actually cast a plane shift spell, you need a tuning fork attuned to the frequency of the planar location you're traveling to.
Incredibly fascinating, but rarely useless.
My regret on not being a wizard.
Alright, let's pivot off the topic of weddings. How do you plan to rescue your darling?
So, yes, I have nothing to do, nothing to rescue her with, so I have to wait for an opportunity. I can't just stroll in there and take her, now can I?
You could if you were stronger, more capable, heroic.
All around better.
You'd admit it would be a good story.
Well, excuse me for choosing a different career path.
I suppose we wanna find a place of leisure, if there is one. Any kind of place where we could set up a performance for Gerald, since that's the plan here.
Yeah. If no tavern or inn or anything accepts us to play or something like that, I will just play in an open area instead.
I mean, you guys are in the bazaar right now. Are you on the lookout for taverns around or performance areas around the city?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Anything where, like, preferably a place where, like, perhaps a bit of the higher class would rather go, but if that doesn't work, we just kind of work our way down.
All right. During your investigations between the two of you, you guys also would have learned of a performance tavern where much of the musical and music appears to actually be a very important part of the culture here in Abriymoch, and it is taken very seriously. There is a tavern frequented by high-ranking devils called the White String, and it is in kind of the higher regions of the city in the wealthier districts, though it is more of a place not quite as extreme as the performances to the death, but it's a bit of a coliseum for musicians, if you could call it that.
Okay. That seems a bit too risky to start with, so we'll work our way down from that.
There is the Crucible, of course, which is the one that guy talked to you about when you first came in here. That appears to be kind of the most casual of gathering locations, especially for travelers and traders, and people who move about the city in that sort of way.
I think the Crucible is going to be our best bet.
Alright. Well, Jadir will back you up on that one.
Alright. Can I ask Jadir to do one thing before we enter the place? Just in case that, like, while I'm talking to the people that I have to talk to get, I should probably do this in person, shouldn't I? In character, sorry. While I'm talking to them and trying to get a performance going, can you just scout the people, like, scout a couple of the people and see who are worth, giving a bit of extra attention, if you know what I mean?
Alright. I don't mind doing that at all. I was planning on doing that already.
Wonderful. Alright. So, yeah, I kind of go, if there's a line, I'll go into a line or whatever, trying to... No.
Yeah, as you guys approach the Crucible, you can see this kind of iron structure lying at kind of the back of the streets of the bazaar, the focal point of the trading district. Its shape is curved with a series of lips surrounding it like an upside-down screw, and the entrance has no doors. Rather, it's kind of like this 12-foot tall equilateral triangle, and this red glow lights up the interior.
Alright.
It's certainly unusual.
It is. I'm trying to, mentally imagine it, but I'm failing a bit.
Just imagine a screw, right? And then place it with the head down, face up, and then the gateway is a triangle with no doors.
No, okay. Alright, okay, I get it now. Well, that is definitely interesting.
And there's a pun here to be made. Never mind. Let's get inside and try to not get killed.
Alright. Yeah, we enter.
All right, you step into the red glow of the interior, and that is where we will take our short break for today.
Alright.
I will be right back.
I will be right back as
well.
All right, so you guys enter the Crucible. The inside is a metallic expanse mirroring something not unlike what you might imagine an overworld a tavern to look like. The tables are filled with combinations of devils and tieflings, and Crucible is loud and rambunctious. There's a table seating a dozen or so, listening to the man with a steel mask intently. There's a tiefling pouring drinks behind the counter. They're seated at the bar, an unusual figure, very elegantly dressed in like this tight-fitting gown, and of course there are 3 devils playing music on the stand.
Alright.
What genre do they play in hell?
It has to be jazz.
Probably some sort of. It's a mix between rock and jazz. Very strange.
Raz?
Raz. They're playing some good Raz. Kind of like hard jazz.
No, it's hard Raz.
My god, they're playing ska music in hell.
Wait, that's an actual thing? Ska?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a reggae and jazz and rock.
You're gonna have to send me it later on.
All right. Just imagine the mind of a 13-year-old boy and you get that. Whatever.
Papa!
When I imagine the mind of a 13-year-old boy, I think of like death metal and screamo. Life is pain.
Okay.
Anyway,
Slightly different variations, but yeah, I mean, I'd enter and as best as I can, I want to try to determine who here pulls any kind of weight. I know my frame of reference is not the best here, but
well, there's the person you notice with the steel mask appears to be kind of telling a story to a gathering of individuals who are all listening very intently. He's definitely in control there. The kind of elegantly dressed tiefling woman at the bar is in conversation with another tiefling, very kind of muscular tiefling, and I mean, there's conversations happening all over the place.
Hi, Gerald. You want to take the lead on this one, or should I do my thing?
Last time you took the lead on that one, I ended up with a strange reputation and a nickname that I do not like that much. That is now...
Oh, right, a simple no could have sufficed.
What about we go together on this one?
All right, I'll be right behind you as you float on in.
You know, there are times where I wish I knew Fireball for moments like this. But yeah, I kind of like go to the tavern keeper, because in general tradition that's where you go. I don't understand how tradition yet.
You walk up to the bar. A tiefling woman gives you a nod as you approach, currently pouring drinks for several other customers.
Quick curiosity. You see, I've noticed that you have performance here. Is there a list for performance around here?
A list of performance? No. Did you have something in mind?
Well, I'm a performer myself. Traveled quite a bit.
I see. She says, kind of eyeing the... was that a mandolin? What is your instrument?
I have a couple of instruments, actually.
Eyeing the several instruments on your back. Here. She pours you a tall mug. This one's on the house.
Thank you, kindly. So yes, I was thinking of performing here if, of course, when they are done, I'm still a bit new here, don't really understand how the rules of performance go around here.
Newcomers in the city. That's exciting.
Well, definitely. So,
That's precisely how we found your city so far.
If
quite
you
bizarre.
wish to perform, I will talk to them. They're currently in control of the music here.
Interesting. Could you tell me something about them? I do not want to, well, cause a ruckus, so I don't want to go on anyone's bad side here.
Those three. That's Jasper, that's Kale, and that's Ia. The three of them, they spend most of their times here. They're in control of the music here, the culture here.
Interesting. Do they let people join them on their performance, or is there
Kind of
strictly just
like
them three?
when you say join them in performance, she gives you kind of like this strange look of like confused disgust. No, of course not.
Oh, you don't do improv here.
You do not? Interesting. You have to excuse us. We are not. Well, we're still getting used to the whole culture here.
Some
What is
sick
acceptable in the
musical
mortal realm.
orgy. No, if you want to perform, you'll have to talk to them about it.
Interesting. Is there some? You seem to know quite a bit about this. How performances work here. Could you tell me how it works in general when it comes to performances? So I don't make a blasphemy like I just said a second ago there.
Are you really from the overworld?
Kinda look.
You
Do
must
I look?
Yeah, where else would we be from?
Where else?
be damned. We don't see many of those people around here. I figured you were coming from higher cities. Well, here in Abriymoch, if you wish to take control of the stage, you'll need to compete for the crowd's attention. If the Tavern takes a liking to your music, I mean, they are honorably obligated to give you a chance, though it'll be tough competition.
No, competitions are fun. So, anything else that I should be aware of? Some sort of a cultural taboo that is in the overworld acceptable?
Well, if you fail to impress the crowd, I would caution against returning here.
Yeah, that's fine.
The man has no fear. Who did you say they were? Jasper, Kian?
That's Jasper, that's Ia, and that's... Fuck.
That is a very interesting name. Do they always name them like this?
That's embarrassing.
I don't.
Great.
Jasper, yeah, let's call that guy Tall Giraffe.
Well,
Yeah, fair enough. Who's the man in the mask?
Oh, him? That's Whitlock.
What's his deal? He seems to be fairly respected.
Oh, he's Oh, sorry, my headphone beeped at me. I need to plug it in. And now it's off.
we could have talked shit about him while he was not.
Whitlock is perhaps the most renowned of all the traders. He works alone, and no one really knows what his face actually looks like, but he returns to the bazaar with these abstract riches unlike any other. His finds are often so valuable that only wealthy collectors and high-ranking devils can afford them. though people always love to hear his stories.
Seems like an
Deer instantly wants to rob him.
So, from just listening to the Devils play, how good are they? Because I'm trying to learn the standard of play here.
Well, this particular genre of music is not one that you are intimately familiar with, though just listening to their playing, they are all three of them appear to be very skillful. You think that, I mean, as pure technique is concerned, you could probably compete with them, though it would certainly be a difficult encounter. And my headphone went out again, sorry. If you said something, start over.
No, we didn't say.
Yeah, did not.
Okay.
Interesting. I kind of lean over to Jajir. What about this? We get everything done that we need in this tavern. Talk to the connections that we need. Well, you talk to the connection. I'll go on the stage. If I lose, so well. You know, I won't return, but, you know, you'll still be liked.
No, they might murder me by simply associating with riffraff like you.
Thank you for the words of confidence.
This is assuming you fail, of course, but you won't. Right?
I don't think I will. But, don't know, they are good. In their own way. Don't really know this type of music genre.
You're so loud.
It is loud. It is like jazz, but very loud. Never heard
Is that a
it.
technical term? Jazz, but louder.
Must be. What should we call it? I know. Well, but so how about this? We talk to a few people, preferably either getting information that for now they are perhaps willing to give. Then we try to kind of leak in with the performance if that goes well.
Well, that's mostly on you to pull that off. If there's anything that I can do in the meantime, I'll let you know. Or help you from the shadows, if possible. There's also the option that I have a conversation with the gentleman holding my leash.
Yes, that one.
Best of
might
luck
be-
with the performance, then.
Thank you. I really hope I don't fuck this up.
Jadir actually has a fairly high confidence in your ability, so he's not stressed about this at all.
All right.
No pressure.
I have to actually like. So you know the usual.
Oh, you're doing it even before you have a conversation with these gentlemen.
I'm not doing it right now. I'm like looking over. I'm letting you finish I'm gonna let you go first with your thing. Because I have to like plan ahead what I'm doing here. Oh, that would actually look kind of sick, wouldn't it?
Right?
I was just thinking of a neat trick with the dimension door. That would look cool.
Then what Jadir is going to do is that if he has the money, he has 30 gold, I'm not sure how far that goes, in hell, he would offer to buy a round of drinks to the performers.
For the performance on the stage right now?
Yeah, you can just offer to pay it through the barkeep and
Yeah.
whenever they're in. Yeah.
You could probably purchase a drink for about 1 gold piece.
Then yeah, well, I'll do that as tribute.
All right.
And,
So you're getting each of them one.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right.
And hopefully that gives me at least an ear with them at a later time.
All right. I mean, they're currently performing right now.
Oh yeah, I'm
Drake
sure.
would
But
be-
it's not to interrupt them. That's at a later time.
Yes.
I wouldn't want to be uncouth.
Yes.
What do you have in mind? It seems like you're overthinking this quite a bit.
I just
No, it's
imagine
just-
Gerald's just kind of like nervously sweating and thinking about how he's gonna do this. Like
Because
rubbing
here's the
his
thing.
neck.
This is the thing. If I actually fuck this up, because my luck of these last few sessions has been horrible. Fuck. In the worst case, we'll just take a different approach to this.
My headphones cut out again, so I missed like the last 10 seconds of what you said. But that's okay.
Yeah, and it's just more of like, man, that is harsh. You fail, you don't beat them once, and you're just out.
Yeah, man. Abriymoch takes their music seriously.
Fear is completely flabbergasted and sort of extremely confused. Why the heck you're having a problem with this?
No,
So
Gerald
far, every
is not-
time you've performed, it's been astonishing. The best he's ever experienced. So to him, it's like, what's going on?
It's a different type of crowd. A bit. Well, it's been a while since I felt like this. A bit of nerve-wracking. Since, you know, you're used to the other stuff, so once you have to perform for people that are, well, of a different culture, used to different music, you don't know how they're going to react. It's both exciting yet nerve-wracking at the same time. And granted, as I tried to
do for you in the meantime. Then.
Actually, there's one thing. Do you think they would give a side look if you had your hound next to you? Out of curiosity.
I would think they'd see it as a weird flex.
Weird flex, but okay.
I was more thinking because you know how one of the performances are a bit special. If there's certain someone that you really want to be on our good side, you could stand next to them while having your hound out.
Right. The thing is, Ace's effect is very obvious.
All right, then we shall not.
Yes, he emanates an aura of dread. It's not something that you want to leave around people.
Fair enough. Goddamn, I am going to really hope that I do not flunk this. Alright.
Jadir has a big grin on his face and just gives you double thumbs up, like, yeah, you got this, man.
He kind of like puts on like this kind of roguish smile and kind of approaches the devils and goes like, "Greetings! How do you guys feel about a bit of a competition?"
They see your instrument as you approach, and they quickly end the song in like a loud chord.
By the way, before I've entered, I have already enhanced abilitied myself
All right,
and a bardic inspirationed myself.
all right. An ashen devil, who was the lead guitarist, kind of steps forward. You, what's your name?
Gerald,
Gerald.
pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to
A bit of a
meet you.
newcomer. Bit of a newcomer. I figured this would be a friendly place to start with learning how you guys perform.
He kind of
With
smiles,
a friendly bit of competition.
smiles
And
wickedly.
he kind of smiles in a friendly yet like kind of in a more of a daring way. A bit of bravado to it.
It's always good to see new faces around here. He just has like this smug confidence in his voice and his smile, and you can see by his kind of gestures that he sees you as below him.
Well, you know what they say. When you're new in town, you always have to test the waters. And well, this seems to be a lovely place to do so.
Well, let me show you what we can do then.
Do go on ahead.
And he kind of steps back, looks back and forth to the tiefling on his left and right, and begins tapping his foot, and the song starts as they rip off, and time for performance check for the band.
Please don't get high.
The number to beat is 25. As the guitarist starts running up and down with like arpeggios, kind of moving with the music, closing his eyes, dancing in step. There's kind of like a drummer and a keyboard, which kind of moves back and forth, perfectly complementing the elegancy of the music. Even though these are your rivals, those you have to beat, you are very impressed with their performance. And can't help but feel like this. These are some really good performers.
Yeah.
When they finally end, the tavern erupts into applause, and it seems that everyone has stopped everything they're talking about to observe this event, and the entire tavern is looking at you.
Oh my lord, you really know. Oh man, this might actually fuck me over here. I have a plus 11, and I have an advantage. David?
Yes, Dan.
The stage is fucking mine. 30, and I still have the bardic inspiration.
Oh jeez. Yeah, roll that. Are you gonna use it?
Oh, I'm fucking using it.
Is there a song you would like me to play for this event?
What is you know what? No, there's no specific song because I don't actually. Do you want a joke song? Here?
Sure. What's gonna blow the mind of this tavern?
The greatest song
What
in
is
the world.
representative of a 30 plus?
Yeah. What's the representative of like a 35 performance check?
You know what, David? Surprise me.
Surprise you? All right.
Yeah, you know, I will regret allowing you to do that, but at the same time,
What instrument are you playing?
I am playing on the violin.
Shit. It's
Actually, wait. You know what? To make it easier for you, I will let you choose. So, I have a couple of instruments. So, I have a flute, I have a viol, basically a violin, and I remember, I once grabbed a lute, but I forgot to put it in my inventory. So, pick.
All right. I've never seen this video before, but I just put up lute solo, and now we're putting in folk shred into into the.
Oh god.
This is gonna be horrible. Oh yeah, level 10, level 6 bards get a 1d8. No, level 8 bards get a 1d8.
Yeah,
and they're
roll
brought
that.
against
Roll that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Can I just say, 36.
I know this. This is the balalaika.
Is it?
Yes. It's the Russian balalaika performance. That's not been tried.
Oh, I know what
You
we're
know,
talking
plus this.
Fucking, oh my god. You wanna know, I would have actually failed had I not had that advantage, by the way.
Nice.
The other was a 5, basically rolled up to like a 16 with my stat. And then the other was 19.
So what's the final total?
36.
36. All right. The floating butterfly. So how exactly are you going to do this, Gerald?
I am actually throwing a spell in here as well, a 4th level spell for just the performances alone. And I'm going to ask if you're fine with it. You know Dimension Door, right?
Uh-huh.
I am going to cast it twice to kind of like let myself appear all around, like kind of just popping in and through doors around.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use the boots of spider climbing, hop out of a door, walk along the ceiling, and literally just be dancing around like in a joyful way. Literally everywhere around the tavern.
Okay. The tavern eagerly awaits your performance, and you quickly begin. You pull out your loot and you begin ripping out. You step on stage and start your playing. You're like kind of like leaning back. You're playing these crazy notes. Then you start like use Dimension Door. You're running on the side of the walls. The tavern. Everyone moves their heads to look at you. They're like whoa, and you can hear them like kind of like gasps and talks. People like muttering during the performance, but eagerly and intently paying attention to you. As you're walking along the tavern, the ceiling, kind of just like exploding in space and reappearing like on top of a table, like playing in front of people, like right in their face, and then teleporting back away onto the stage, eyeing your nemesis performers as you do.
And with one of them, like eyeing them, I give like a very kind of like a bravado-y smile, do a spin. And as that happens, a Dimension Door appears underneath me, and I fall into a chair and keep playing while looking very
You like portal gun your Dimension Door. You fall into the stage, reappearing in a chair, like with your feet kicked up, right next to somebody. You're just like you're playing away. You lead into the plate as you're playing, grab some food in your mouth, gobble it down as you keep eating.
I kind of like look at the guy that I'm sitting next to, flip him. I'm actually flipping him a gold coin, and I just go, "Drinks on me, fella. Thanks for me." And I Dimension Door again.
And then you just like do like a backflip out of the chair into a Dimension Door, like reappearing on the ceiling. While this is all happening, this elegantly dressed tiefling in like this tight-fitted gray gown that like accents her curves with horns that curve back like a ram. She wears like this silver and gold metal bands between each of her joints. And the outfit is very exotic but captivating all the same. She kind of leans over to you, Jadir, as you're kind of sitting watching this performance. You walked in with that man. Do you know him?
Oh, he is the floating butterfly. A renowned performer.
Renowned
Yes, he's
butterfly. I've never heard
formed
of him.
quite the following. We're new in town, you see.
Where are you from?
Up above. Way up above.
It's a long way to come.
Can I just mention her next? Like, yes, it is. Anyways,
You've Dimension Door like in front of their conversation. Yeah. Then teleport away again. Yeah, so this is all happening. She's like, by the way, I absolutely love that outfit. The tight overworld suit really brings out your shape, and the skin color contrast, very nice.
Thank you. Not a lot of people recognize fashion.
Oh, well,
Appreciate it.
that tight overworld suit is, well, it's a little bit historical, but I think it works really well on you.
There's like the slightest hint of annoyance that he's not up to date in fashion. Doesn't try to let it show.
She detects this and is like, that's not a bad thing at all. My outfit's quite old as well. I'm not really into the newer styles of fashion, though I certainly have to wear plenty of it.
Well, you do pull it off. Remarkably well.
Wear just about anything these days, but I have to dress accordingly when I go to those high parties.
You're Kazrin.
Selena Siscali.
It's a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you
Are
as
you
well.
interested, my friend?
I take a bit of an interest. I do love music, though it's really some of my peers find my excursions to the lower taverns distasteful, but I find the common folk the most interesting. The politics of nobility are exciting in their own way, but I do tire of attending parties and gatherings, unspoken social contract symbols. I love the freedom of tales of adventure and people like you two. She says, watching Gerald's performance as you talk.
I'm currently sharing a drink with one of the tiefling, upside down on the ceiling. Hey, thanks!
You Spider-Man his drink.
My God. He is rather flamboyant when he gets in his ways.
Oh, absolutely. I can see.
Yeah, he's basically doing his best to enthrall the crowd at this point.
Are you enthralling performancing?
I am, actually. Just part of, being performing as well. There are a couple of people, because I don't want to go for big right away, so I am going to go for... I'm gonna go for an interesting choice here.
Don't worry, I'm not concerned at all.
I'm gonna go for the performer that I beat.
Alright.
The main guy that I talked to.
Okay.
Then I'm going for... outside of the lady, two of the more... people that look like they would talk the most. Basically, two common people that look like they're drunkards and are very loud about what they like and stuff.
Okay.
Like that.
Yes. You can definitely do that. What's the save?
Oh, the save. It is. I think it is 16 actually. It is my spells save DC, so it is actually 16. Yeah, they have to beat 16.
The performer rolls a 15.
He fails.
One of the drunkards fails, and one of the drunkards succeeds.
That's fine.
So
Playing it safe.
by the time you wrapped up your performance, you teleport back on stage with this epic rip, as the chord of your lute echoes through the Crucible, as the tavern goes absolutely wild. The barkeep, everyone at the bar, everyone at the tables is standing up in applause, and the Jasper, the man that you enthralled, is... You can see the defeat in his eyes, but you can also see this great admiration as he steps down with his band, giving you a single nod.
I nod back to him with a friendly smile.
And the three of them dejectedly leave the tavern. As they're walking out, people continue in their applause, standing up. This is probably the most serious applause that you've ever received, and it seems like there is a great air of importance to this acceptance of you as the performer for the night.
I believe I've earned ourselves a stay.
I'm imagining that when all of this is going on, you reach the crescendo, and Jadir is trying to be all smooth talking and whatnot. Everything he says is washed out by the crowd's reaction. There's like glasses and everything that's get tossed like right above his head. It's completely lost. And like, so anyway, just smiling, completely
He's
aware
used
of
to
the
it.
ruining effect that this is having.
He's used to it. I tend to have this effect on taverns.
Yeah. As you're like trying to talk to this well-dressed tiefling lady, and she kind of like turns around and shushes you as she continues clapping.
Oh god, I got shocked.
I did not expect that.
Oh, I am so hurt.
And as
In seeing that, can I actually like?
the probability that you actually saw that is very low, but
Yeah, let's be fair. Let's be fair.
I would say you are very focused on at what's in front of you right now. They're kind of over off the side by the bar, and she shushes you with a smile on her face. And as the clapping subsides and people sit back down, she's like, "You really aren't from around here.
No.
Your
We
friend
had
just
to
won the
take a
tavern."
bit of a... I'm not surprised. The last time he did this... Well, not he directed. Roundabout, the city ended up burning down.
Well, that sounds incredible.
It is an astonishing tale.
Your
Not a
friend
short telling, mind you.
burned down the city?
No, not my friend, but the crowd in reaction.
Wow. This man sounds legendary.
Legions of people. It is. It truly is.
Perhaps he
And
could...
with this, Jadir's gaze, he just like looks longingly into the distance. A single tear rolls down his cheek. It was amazing.
I even not even trying it, accidentally pulled a tear. Did the headphones go out again?
Yep. You
I
coughed
said,
like
I
a
Even
deer.
tech issues, yeah.
Blue ball would be a different connotation.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna fucking wingman the ever-living shit for Jadir.
Alright.
Actually, talking about that, is there a way in middle of my performance, as the last kind of act, with a thing, can I pull, using, since my roll was this high, can I somehow manage to, I know this is more flavoring, by the way, I took away all my level 4 spells because I know I'm like using them
Oh
all for
yeah.
this.
Spam the shit out of Dimension Door.
But can I kind of like, for the last act, not making him need to do the role, but pull him onto the stage and like literally do like the full-on like bros on the stage kind of thing.
What does bros on the stage look like? Alright, pull him. Okay, so during the finale, you are pulled away from this tiefling woman and onto the stage as Gerald looks at you expectantly.
Not,
Yeah, I imagine I literally just am like leaning on the sofa talking to her. I just fall through the sofa through a dimension door and onto the stage.
actually, yeah.
Yes,
you
you
know what?
clatter to the ground on the stage like your drink falls off to the side.
You know what I'm gonna do? Now I'm gonna do this. I am going to Dimension Door, catch him on my shoulder, like in a way,
Juggle,
and
juggle.
hand him a drink. No, and hand him a drink while I'm playing.
Where'd you get the drink from?
One of the
He
guys.
caught
You
the
you
drink
stole
that I-
the one that you Spider-Man from someone? Alright.
I left a gold coin for him.
You give Jadir some random devil's drink as you are sitting on Gerald's shoulders.
And I'm kind of amping up the crowd
thinking
to
about
get them to cheer.
how you fucked up with this beautiful babe.
I'm getting the crowd to cheer, by the way, for
The
him.
crowd is absolutely loving it.
I just kind of whisper to him, just like, come on, just take it in. Like, kind of like.
Jadir has like this moment of utter panic of like, what?
I kind of like try to, as like in the middle of the performance, like I'm trying to like, almost like in knowing his panic thing, like moving him around, so it kind of looks like he's kind of like cheering with everybody.
Panicking Jadir will cast Mel's minute meteors upcast and will juggle 8 flaming meteors.
Oh my god!
I have no idea.
That will be impressive.
All right, you upcast flaming meteors. What are you doing with these flaming meteors?
He's juggling.
They orbit around my head, so I'm trying to juggle them.
That's a
Okay,
hell of a.
you are juggling flaming meteors. Make a acrobatics check or a performance check.
Can he?
Oh, good. These are.
Can he have an advantage because of what I'm doing?
No.
Ah, damn it! Alright.
I'll get an 8.
Come on.
All
Actually,
right.
can I Bardic Inspire?
You can Bardic
Can-
Inspire him. Yes.
I'm gonna Bardic Inspire him.
All right. Roll that inspiration dice, Jadir.
Come on.
I got a 12.
All right. So you are
shit! That feel good.
you're trying to juggle these flaming meteors in your hands. It's kind of like, it looks like you're kind of just playing hot potato with yourself, but you're managing to scrape by and somehow keep all of these meteors in the air. The crowd doesn't even seem to sense your complete lack of competency.
Yeah, I'm amping up the crowd like crazy.
They are so absolutely enthralled by Gerald's performance. It just goes off without a hitch, and you can see you're watching Stelina as you're doing this juggling act, and she's giving you like this smile.
Yes! I wingmaned. Ah.
He is weirded as fuck right now.
It's a good
This is
thing.
part of the plan.
Now, winged it.
But I could tell.
You're like saying this as you're juggling.
Yes. How long do I have to do this? When can I leave?
And like as he's saying that, I just kind of do the finishing touch on the song.
All right,
On the performance.
you play your final chord. The crowd's going crazy, and you kind of like lean forward, and Jadir, you just kind of naturally roll off of his shoulders and land on your feet. Your meteor's kind of puffing away. You are standing before this applauding crowd.
Jadir will sort of stand off to the side and like present the floating butterfly
I kind of
and
like
announce to the tavern the floating butterfly.
I kind of take at the same
Gerald.
time, in a very friendly manner, like hook his neck and kind of going like kind of friendly, like thanks for the thanks, like woo,
A
Just
chokehold.
kind of a chokehold, like a very friendly chokehold, kind of like woo. A bit tipsy after like the drink.
I assume you guys are both like a little bit tipsy, but it does not impede your incredible performance abilities. If anything, it enhances it.
I kind of whisper to him, I really hope I wingmaned it for you, man.
What?
Kind of like, come on, go get her. Kind of like knocks him, kind of like on the side, like not knocks him, like kind of.
As he violently
him.
shoves you.
No, I kind of nudge him towards the tiefling lady he was talking to.
Jadir is still entirely flabbergasted, so like almost falls down the stairs as he's descending from the stage. Staggers over.
All right, you stagger over.
I was not.
That was
Doesn't normally do that.
as I put on. Oh, cannot play songs longer than 3 hours. Never mind. All right. I'm trying to get background noise. Okay. As you're okay. So you approach her, and what do you say?
I was not planned. It doesn't normally do that.
Are you sure? It looked as if you had it all under control.
Oh, I assure you, I didn't. He did. I think.
Your juggling skills are remarkable. She says, kind of in a teasing tone.
Thank you. I assure you, I have never practiced.
Well, you can juggle your words as fast as you can juggle those balls.
I see. Thank you. Jadir is completely lost here.
Yeah. She, sensing your silence, she motions to the seat next to her.
You don't think I'm gonna fall through again?
I'm sure you'll be fine. If anything, that'd be more exciting. I think it was your friend, not the seat.
It's already been an interesting evening, afternoon, day. I'm terribly lost in here.
Adorable.
Lack of sun leaves me rather flustered and lost.
Just like a vampire.
Oh no. Foreshadowing.
We're relatively new here, as I've said. We're looking for people that could take us under her wing.
Oh, there's plenty of people who can do that, but why are you really here? She says, kind of leaning a little bit closer to you.
We're
I guess
after...
it's to give you room to be quiet.
This is a dangerous place. Often drawn to these kinds of places.
Did you
We don't
have a
really have
different
plans.
location in mind?
I'm not opposed to relocating.
She is playing him like
Completely
a...
out of his element.
You know that meme? You know that meme with How to Train Your Dragon? That thumbs up while the Night Fury is doing the thing?
Exactly. It is the most...
It's like Gerald in the background giving the thumbs up while just tears and Night Fury.
I have a
Do I have...
He is, completely flustered. Partially because the situation, partially because being drawn onto the stage.
She takes your hand. You can go upstairs if you want.
Yes. That sounds lovely.
She is playing you like a goddamn fiddle.
She takes your hand, kind of yanking you very aggressively out of the seat, taking you upstairs, letting go of your hand, and very confidently walking in front of you as the people part ways, letting her through. she takes you up to her room and closes the door behind the two of you. Gerald, what are you doing?
I'm just socializing with the crowd at this point.
Yeah, the crowd loves you.
Yeah.
Though it does seem clear that you're expected to continue playing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll continue.
Yeah. So you're playing that. You play for a while. Jadir. How much sexual experience does Jadir have?
That is a question I've never thought of.
Jadir is about to get ravaged.
I am going to say probably some, but he's probably kept his distance from people for the most part.
Like, give me a ballpark estimate. What's your sexy time modifier? -4, -5?
Or -5. We'll say -2.
Just going
on
off
this
you
one.
in real life. Just kidding, just kidding. I love
the
you.
burns.
I love you. All right. Why don't you
Oh no.
roll a d20 and add what you see fit for Jadir for a performance in bed. Don't worry, this is
Great.
very important.
Is that 11?
11? All right. As far as you're concerned, you just had the most fantastic night of your life. She is very dominant, very aggressive. She knows what she wants, and she takes it. And by the end of the night, you are exhausted.
It's great. I hope my multiple scars aren't off-putting.
She doesn't seem to mind. What are you gonna be doing for the night, Gerald?
That is pretty much whenever I have pauses, basically when the crowd is not encoring like me to go on, then I basically talk to the barkeep, and until like I reach a point where I'm like way too exhausted and I just need to sleep. Like as soon as like exhaustion starts affecting my playing, which is basically, you know, that I just go to
It
sleep.
seems that like as you go to like go off and talk to the barkeep, like people kind of look off in confusion as you walk off stage.
Oh no, I just okay. Then if that happens, then as soon as I see people are confused, then I just ask her to like toss me a drink or something, and then I keep playing.
All right, you are quickly brought a drink of their finest ale, and you play as long as you can. As you're playing, you begin to have a little bit of a feeling of dread coming up in you, as if the crowd seems to expect you to like literally play forever. And as exhaustion begins to set in and your playing quality declines, you get kind of like this nervous feeling.
Oh, good.
Jadir is nowhere to be seen.
Curious.
Don't worry, he has your back. I don't know how you're gonna get out of this one. Say, how many level 4 spell slots do you have left?
0.
0. I'm surprised. Well, granted, they wouldn't have told you that, so would they?
Do you have any odd customs here that I should know about? Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and play.
Yeah, I feel like I've been tricked here.
You don't say.
I'm trying to think if there's a way out of this.
I mean, you could always teleport to the mortal realm.
That is my emergency backup
If you
plan.
remember, you can only teleport back to Dis.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know. That's why I said it's my emergency plan.
Then you get to go to jail in this. Again.
Uh-huh. I'd have to go through the entire thing again, which would be annoying.
Possibly deadly and annoying.
On the bright side, Shithestra might be happy to see you.
Give me the thing. There's this creature trying to kill me while I hold this thing. Take it back. Wait, no, I don't want it.
Well, Gerald, you
do
appear to
this.
be getting shafted.
Yeah, but I do this because I have to last, right, until he gets back, right?
No, it seems very clear that you are now in control of this situation. And right, so I'm not meta feeding you what the cultural expectation is. This is just kind of what you're gathering from the crowd. From what the barkeep told you, like you are now in control of the tone of the tavern and the general setting. She did not say anything about you needing to play forever. So you're in this awkward scenario where you don't know exactly what's going on, but there's nothing that you seem to have explicitly been told, like, oh, you're supposed to just play until you can't play anymore or something like that.
You know what? I'm gonna do this then. Since I'm playing for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can target people every 1 minute while playing. I can always enthrall performance more and more people.
Sure. How many uses do you have?
Unlimited. I just have to perform for 1 minute.
Yeah. And if they fail, or if they make the save, they don't know they were being charmed?
No idea. It's basically... Oh, no, once you use this... Never mind. Once you use this feature... Yeah, no, never mind. I've used it once, so I keep forgetting we used to short rest a shit ton when we were in the mortal realm. And that's why I got it back, but no.
Yeah.
It's one-time use. Sorry, excuse me.
You're good. What are you doing?
Leave him stone cold.
I'm gonna see. I kind of want to see how long I can go for at this point.
Make a constitution.
That's what I'm doing because I knew that was coming. So I was gonna use, in the middle of that, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability, Bear Endurance.
Alright, that will slightly decrease the quality of your playing since you're currently under the focus.
Oh no, it only lasts for an hour.
Oh,
I was
okay.
assuming that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not every show can be as spectacular as your opener, but the crowd seems to absolutely adore you nonetheless.
Yeah. So Constitution check.
Yep.
14.
14. By the time what would be considered 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning rolls around, you feel like not only does it take, nimble finger dexterity to play, but it takes a significant amount of mental focus and kind of quickness to cycle through your muscle memory like this, and to think about what you're playing. So the quality of your music has been going slowly down, and as you've been getting tired, and by the time it's about like 4 o'clock in the morning, you feel like you just can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
How do you plan to exit, man?
Man, he is in there for a while, isn't he? Can I do another enhance ability, but I'm gonna do one thing different, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna appeal to the crowd. So, I kind of look at them, take a bow, and go like, kind of go like, well, I will have to say that even though you're a lovely crowd, well, I do need my rest. But as soon as I'm done, and he kind of like takes like a bravado smile. As soon as I'm recovered, wow, how can I leave a lovely crowd like yourself alone? Like trying to appease them, like going like, I'm gonna rest, but I'm gonna be right back as soon as I'm done. And can I roll?
Or not performance, persuasion.
This is where I'm happy because 27.
As you say this, the crowd seems to understand the message, and you get a standing ovation once again from the entire crowd, and the deep atmosphere of respect.
Yeah, because I played for a shit long time.
Yeah, you played it for like 7 hours.
Yeah, he is like sweaty.
Your fingers are like getting a little bit like bloody at the tips.
Yeah. Well, to fix that, I kind of just really quickly look and just kind of cure wounds myself real quick.
That they seal themselves back shut. Not the first time you've done this.
Why do you think I've cured wounds?
Is it not because you keep getting into trouble?
Well, one of the reasons. One of the many, many reasons.
Well done for not dying on stage.
You are the bartender kind of sees you kind of stepping down, a little bit unsure, and she motions you over.
It kind of like, well, it seems like someone didn't mention the small text.
What small text?
Well, I have no idea how long you're supposed to play.
Play until you're done. You're in control.
I see. And he kind of like looks exhausted, like kind of like,
She
didn't think.
hands you a silver key. The bard's room is yours.
I need to remember this place is very much on the nose. Oh, by the way, and he kind of puts like a couple of, I'm gonna put down like, oh yeah, because I did like get a bunch of drink. How much do I owe you for the drinks I took?
She waves her hand. It's an honor to have you at the tavern. Everything is free.
So what, is this a new record, or kind of like chuckles to himself with like a bravado smile?
You did marvelous.
God. Not a new record? Ah, damn.
Not sure there is necessarily a record, but you certainly swayed the crowd in your favor.
Well, I'm going to get a bit of a rest. If you
do
don't
that.
mind. Yes, and...
Enjoy your night, sir.
Thank you. You can just call me Gerald.
Gerald.
Sir doesn't fit me. God, I hate being called that. He's like way too tired and tipsy at this point.
She nods.
Because... like... gotta go. Well, anyways, I'll see you in a bit. And where did your dear go? Kind of like scratching his head.
Who?
Saying
Oh,
the
your
tiefling.
your friend.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
He'll find his way back. He always does. And he kind of like stumbles. And he kind of like pats like people that like kind of look at him. He kind of like pats them in a friendly way. Like very friendly atmosphere. He tries to leave the stage with a very friendly atmosphere in it.
The crowd seems to take to your tone instinctively.
Yeah. Kind of go. And as he's like on like the thing, he kind of take one final bow. And all of you, you've been lovely, and I am fucking drunk.
You get a standing ovation at this announcement as you stumble drunkenly up the stairs.
Very drunk. Well, at least people seem to enjoy it. And yeah,
All right.
I take a well-deserved long rest.
You collapse in. You find like this silver metal door, because this whole place is made out of metal. But this is like a particularly beautiful silver door with a mandolin kind of not carved, but what's it called when it's like reverse carved? So it's kind of like sticking out, like casted. I don't know. Embossed? I don't know that word. But there's a mandolin on the door, and it looks pretty. And there is a key matching your key. But you open it, you walk in, and then it's just like this beautiful room. There's like a king-size bed with drapes, elegant artwork across the walls, fit for royalty.
Holy shit! I was not expecting that.
Like in the overworld, a room like this could definitely cost you like 50 gold for a night.
And it's all free?
Yeah.
Holy shit! See, I did not expect that was so fucking literate and control. I was like, wait, what?
Relief. The word is relief.
Well, in control. Oh god, that has a lot of fucking power to it, doesn't it?
No. When something is carved away, leaving a thing sticking out, it's called a relief.
Oh.
Oh, I mean that's what it's called. Yeah.
There we go.
I don't know the word.
I like this song. This is great.
Yes.
I love this one.
Yes.
Oh no!
No.
What did he get himself into?
Nah, you're fine.
No escape.
No escape.
You're never leaving the bedroom.
Morning comes as you awaken. It's probably about like 8 o'clock in the morning. Actually, let's skip this one. This one is kind of. Wait, hold on.
What? No escape for Jadir?
It's a little extreme. I was like,
Let's get. Actually, you know what? I know what we're getting.
Oh no, I don't like that.
This is even worse.
I don't.
Can we go back to the music that implies I'm dead?
No.
It's some rap music.
This is not how I pictured. This is way too smooth for the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, you know,
Deal with it.
Perhaps you need a fucking Doom guy music. Fucking
Super good Doom music.
You did say she was the dominant one.
She is very dominant. Well, after an exciting night and a long rest, you wake up maybe a couple hours after Gerald goes to bed. Not that you would know this. She, you look over, she's like, "Good morning."
Good morning.
She kind of rolls over, and then kind of like rests her arms kind of like on top of your chest, cross-armed. So why are you here? I know it's not to meet me.
Look, I've been betrayed a little bit before. I have my reasons for being here.
Mysterious. Such a
I
bad
assure you
boy.
it's out of necessity. Sorry.
I dig that. Well, Mystery Man, there is a rehearsal dinner tonight at the Crimson Palace. And she kind of like leading up like closer to you, like you could always be my date.
I'd love that, really.
Wonderful. Why don't you meet me at the White String tonight at 7? The rehearsal dinner's at 8. We want to get there a little bit early though.
All right.
And
I'll
bring
be
your
there.
friend too.
Oh,
Don't worry. I'm only there for you.
I'll make sure he tags along.
She quickly gets out of bed, throwing on her clothes. See you tonight. And then immediately leaves the room.
Rather surprised that this rolled out so quickly. Jadir has this like moment of contemplation that quickly turns into near panic when he realizes he's tossed away an entire day and then agreed to plans to not further anything for another one.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry.
This is like never happened before. It's like I am wrapped in someone else's scheme. How?
Welcome to hell.
I must learn this power.
You feel utterly outplayed.
Fair enough. I mean, Jadir was going to return downstairs and then realize he has no idea where the frig Gerald is.
Yeah, Gerald's not there at all. I mean, I assume, Gerald, you're still asleep. It's probably like
Yeah, he is
8:30.
fucking. Yeah, it's just. I think he would actually ask while in his drunken state, like, she would probably know that I was looking for Jadir, and she knows how Jadir looks like.
Wait, you would have said to her that you were looking for Jadir?
Yeah, I asked her, like, oh, where's Jadir? Like, while he was drunk.
Yeah, and she answered. She had no idea.
Yeah, she had no
Yeah.
idea.
But she knows how you look like. Okay. Well, either way, my character was drunk, and that's about all he did. So it's up to the barkeeps and DM's interpretation.
If you're asking are you asking the barkeep where he is?
I mean, I'm assuming that any casual conversation would immediately reveal that, oh no, the floating butterfly has departed.
Yes, he went upstairs to his bard's room.
And how long ago was this?
3 or 4 hours.
I see.
Does the math? Wait, he played for that long?
Look, when he wakes up, he'll need a hearty breakfast. Or lunch.
Well, he can certainly have as much as he wants.
There's a moment where Jadir's about to say, like, oh, he'll be performing at the White String, and then he immediately thinks, probably not the best thing to say here. One moment. And he goes and scrawls on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And we'll try to leave it at Gerald.
Leave it at Gerald?
Yeah, well, at the barkeep, a message.
Oh,
for
leave
Gerald,
it for him. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
She can absolutely take a message.
You're performing at the White String tonight. That's it. That's the message.
I feel like I have been tied into some sort of a strange plot, and I am now the trump card that I didn't want to be. All I did was want information through the performance, and now I might have done something.
Is there anything you wanted to do before Gerald wakes up, Jadir?
Yeah, this is actually before I left the room.
Okay.
Now that I think about it. The Jadir would light the candle.
Gishrath did explicitly tell you when you met with him that the candle didn't work because there's a barrier to extra plane.
I remember now. Yeah. Oh, good. Jadir probably just looks at the candle, just.
He takes out a match. Oh, fuck.
What would I do? Yeah, I want to set up a scheme to get rich.
All right.
Quick. I need money fast.
Here we are again.
Yeah.
Oh. I cast Disguise Self, and Gerald walks downstairs.
Oh my lord, that would be such a fuck you.
Hello, fuck all of you. Pulls down pants, goes back upstairs.
Are there financial institutions in town? Banks of some kind. Who does loan sharks?
Oh no.
There are definitely banks in the Nine Hells, though, based on what you've heard, they are mostly for high-class devils with credit lines and high reputation. A mortal would have a very tough time getting a loan in the Nine Hells. Without decent collateral, of course. Your soul.
God, it just occurred to me that the best line that I could do was cast disguise on myself. Assume.
Oh my god, are you really gonna do this again?
I'm not, because there's no way that they wouldn't see past my disguise as a high-level devils are served at a bank. My poultry magic can't go past that, and I would know as much.
You get a sense that was a bad idea.
Yeah, there's just a wicked smile on Jadir's face as he walks around.
Right?
Oh, yes. Ay. What can I do here? How do I make money in 8 hours?
You could barter your magic items. The guy did say for trade. Just a hint. I only have 2 magic items. One that you bought me, and then the boots.
They're not really worth much at all.
Yeah. But, you might be able to get something a bit more fashionable. I need to fix my inventory.
The only collateral I have is literally my magic. And my soul.
And my soul.
Mostly your soul.
Do I have something worth... yes, my soul!
No. It's too risky for me to go for a scheme at this point. I'll have to accept looking somewhat haggard.
Some time to make any plans. I mean, we're gonna wrap the session up here pretty soon. You guys aren't going to the White String before the next session.
Okay, then my question to you is, how much money are we talking about?
For what?
Or for two new sets of clothes for the floating butterfly and the illustrious Jadir.
The Telemachus did not give you an exact number. You could go ask him.
Well, he's interested in bartering for secrets of the Highborn. I can deliver that. Just at a delayed date.
You might need some collateral there, pal.
Fair enough.
Oh my god, I just noticed.
Then, if I'm not able to produce...
You could go talk to him.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to shut you down.
Okay. Well, as my collateral, I will,
If you told Telemachus that you were invited to the White String and a rehearsal dinner at the Crimson Palace, he might be willing to go out on a limb for you. If you...
That's kind of what I'm trying to go for as an angle.
So you're going to talk to Telemachus?
Yeah.
Alright. You find him the next morning in his wagon. And as you walk in, he's currently kind of doing like a tape measure on two ashen devils, buttering them up about how intelligent and good looking they are. Oh, Jadir, it's so good of you to stop by. Just a moment, please. As he hands off the two ashen devils clothes to go into the changing rooms with, steps up to you. You're back.
I am back.
How may I be of service to you?
I need you to do me a favor.
Oh? He says, raising one eyebrow.
I'm in need of 2 sets of clothes, one for myself and one for my friend. Something appropriate for the Crimson Palace.
What?
I need them for tonight.
For tonight? You? At the Crimson Palace?
I wouldn't lie to you about this.
He's gonna make an insight check. Well, are you... He just seems like absolutely flabbergasted at the idea of this random-ass tiefling from the overworld going to the Crimson Palace tonight.
And even worse, a human, just the most, like, normal overworld human. Yes, well?
If you're actually going to the Crimson Palace tonight, which I believe you, I can get you fixed up. He says, kind of suddenly nodding. Now for payments, you mentioned you didn't really have very much.
Precisely so. This is where the favor comes in.
Oh, I understand. Which is?
Give us the change of clothes, at least on a loan for now. And I guarantee we'll walk away with secrets that will twist your ears.
He gives you, he looks into your eyes for like a solid 5 seconds. Done. And he goes and allow me to take your measurements, and I'll adjust these things very quickly. As he begins very quickly, just wrapping you up with various measurements, and then he grabs this.
There would be no need. Jadir would know them by heart and produce them, and he secretly measured.
He is very impressed. Well. Damn. All right.
Oh my lord.
He brings together the latest fashion for very fine dressing. I will have you know, these suits would go for well over 1,000 gold in the overworld. You better bring me something good, okay? I have my faith in you.
Thank you.
As they're these pieces of clothing, you feel a little bit odd in them actually, as they are somewhat in between a dress and a suit, with that very fine, crisp, kind of like polygonal pattern, like with the jacket and the pants, but then it also kind of flows into a robe as well, with like kind of long flowing pants with a popped collar. And there's like very intricate designs along both the shirt and the pants, kind of the way that dresses have repeating patterns on them. So it's somewhat of a blend between the two. But when you put it on, he nods at you very slowly. Looking good. You're gonna blow him away with that outfit. And this one's
That is hopefully the plan.
your companion.
I'll pull it off.
I expect to see you back here tomorrow. Let me know how it goes. Assuming you don't get murdered or something.
I would like to avoid that, yeah.
Good call.
Thank you. You've been a great aid.
Happy to help. Well,
The deer still
good
wants
luck.
to steal this establishment.
Just the fashion thief over here.
But it's also like an expansive closet that takes by a mere cart.
Yeah,
How could you not want it?
I feel like
he's a bad boy.
If we ever steal something in higher level or like buy something, I'm buying him like a dimensional wardrobe.
Mind you, I have a
You have a bag of holding.
bag of holding, but
Yeah, but like
it keeps getting tossed around and everything
Yeah, it gets kind of wrinkled.
everything floats in there.
Yeah.
The thing is, you don't need gravity to hold it pressed.
that would be a cool.
It's a mess.
That would be
Yeah.
a cool magical item. A magical wardrobe that fixes clothing and always puts them to your measurement.
Yeah.
The downside is it can only store clothes.
Anything else is instantly annihilated. It acts as a sphere of annihilation for anything that isn't people in clothes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Still, I would still want that. Not gonna lie.
Well, I'm excited for our upcoming party.
All right, are you
I
going?
wonder how Gerald is going to react to that. Like, rise and shine. You have a performance in a few minutes.
Just
Possibly.
just pulls him out. Okay. Anyways, thank you, people. Bye.
Are
Wait,
you-
What?
Are you going back to his
I suppose, yeah.
room? All right. We will start the next session with Jadir knocking on Gerald's door at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon to wake him up and being like, surprise!
It would be really funny. He just fucking pulls him out. Like, anyway, thank you guys. You've been wonderful. I just like Gerald. What is going on?
That's essentially how our adventure began. So,
I guess
Fitting
that's
enough.
I guess that's your payback.
It's like deja vu, except now instead of 20s, we're getting 35s.
it is insane, might I just say.
Yeah.
Excuse me, it was a 36? No.